This is for people who's actually using a pet carrier that's like this, the soft ones that are firm at the bottom. And usually the bottom, it's kind of like this. So it's one form of this or another. This one's removable, meaning the actual rigid part is removable. This is the lining and the padding. Wash it if it's soiled. The reason why I chose this one is that, see in the front here, this one is a mesh, but they can't really break through it because there's no way you can open it, but they can kind of still see outside. Same thing with the back here. This is a bigger mesh, and the bonus is that there's a tail. You notice that on these sides right here, I didn't choose the bags that are like really transparent. I know some people like to show off their cats with like really transparent bags or backpacks, but if your cat is kind of skittish, it scares the heck out of them because they feel the security from the bag, but at the same time, there's too much like noise, distraction, which is scary already. All the noises that they hear that they usually won't hear, that's quite stressful. And they're seeing like everything. So too much stimulation. If I was to put my Sparticat or my Ding Ding into one of those like transparent bags, yeah, they're gonna be like crapping their pants. So no. So they can still see out of here. If you notice for this one, the top is also a mesh. When you go to the vet, you can actually open this bag in one of a few ways, which I like a lot. The top, which was what I was showing, but some cats are clawing onto the bag and they just don't want to get out by the time they're at the vet. You can actually unzip it this way so that the whole side of the bag opens like this. Yeah. It's the same on the other side. So in case things get, Professor Cortex, no, Professor Cortex, Moa, Professor Cortex, Professor Cortex, Professor Cortex, no, no. Sorry. Okay, let me just fix that. Professor Cortex, Mommy's filming. Don't bite my phone cord, La. I know what you're trying to do. So what happens is that if you want to open the bag fully, meaning opening it up from the other side, you can. See? So it will be quite a stress-free way of getting your cat out if you need to. Added bonus is that there's a strap inside here. You'll see that right here, to hook it up to the harness or to their neck collar. So that is like a double insurance just in case something happens. Excuse me, can I have this back? Thank you. Okay, now speaking of, see how there's a top zipper, how I showed you before? There's a side zipper and there's a side zipper. So that's the 3 ways to open the bag. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of putting the zipper heads, that's what I'm gonna call it, the zipper heads, just all over the place. Not the best strategy. It's not wrong, but it's not the best. And I'll show you why. What happens is that I like to have the tail facing backwards, and the zippers, all of them, this one, and the top ones, all facing forward. So that way, if you're holding a strong cat that's kind of curious, kind of like my Sparticat, he'll try to peer his nose through that little opening in between the two zippers. And you know, because they're not locked in place. So technically speaking, if you want to make a break in here, you can. So what happens is that, pretend this is Sparticat's nose. He's inside the bag right now. He'll stick it right here and he'll look for an opening. And he'll stick his head out like this. He can do it to this zipper, he can do it to this zipper, he can do it to this zipper. So technically speaking, there's 3 ways that he can stick either his paw or his nose through one of these openings, and bam! If they're a strong cat, or even just a quick cat, they can actually break open that zipper really fast. So what I do is I have them all facing forward like this. And just as an extra security, I might take some of these metal rings, more rigid ones, that I have from the MCQ cards that I use at work, and I just kind of lock the zippers in place. Sorry, not here, at the bottom. So right here, like that. It's not perfect, but at least it's an extra security in case something happens. I try not to use locks because it's just really hard to open if an emergency is to happen. Or you can lock up 2 sides and keep one open, or just pick any 2 of these 3, right? The main gist is that I like to have the zippers facing forward. In case something happens, I can just stop it like right away. Another thing I really like about this bag is that, see, only the bottom is kind of rigid. The side, it's just like a tough like jeans material. So for skittish cats, when I hold them like this, they can actually feel my body warmth. So this is a plus. And if I really need to, like when I'm in the car, when it's safe to do so, I unzip a little bit on the top one and I stick my hand inside, and I'd be able to pet them this way to comfort them, because it kind of contours a little bit because it's soft on the side. So for the skittish cats, it doesn't feel like they're like in a huge area where they're kind of just bouncing around in the kennel, which some cats don't like that. Let me see if I can actually get someone to demonstrate here. Okay, let's see if Gogo will go in. Gogo, do you want to go inside? Please help keep our channel alive and help us help more animals in need. See the stuff we use and the perks we get. You might find it useful. Check out the links in the description. Your one click will make a huge difference. Thanks. Meow. Hey, come on. Come on. And you want to go in? Cortex. Okay. Go in. Go in. Okay, so we have our demonstrator cat number 1. He's pretty comfortable. See, you can see how I can hug him, and I can kind of squish the cat a little bit without actually squishing the cat. So he feels pretty good in there, and you know, if he likes, he can actually look out of here. This is how useful it is when I have all the zippers in front. I'm in full control in case something happens, because there's no way he can break through the stuff back here unless, you know, this is damaged, which I do urge you to check this on a regular basis because cats are very destructive. But before you go out, just make sure that everything, there's no ripped stitches or anything. Assuming that you have loops or locks on these ones, then the only one that can open is the one on top. If anything, I can stick my hand in here, and if safe to do so, if we're in a car, then you know, if he wants to stick his head out like this and look outside, he can. Only if he wants to, though. Yep, he's having a lot of fun in there. Just as an added bonus, I usually leave these bags sitting around at home before and after going to the vet. So for my cats, I actually see it as like a fun space. Sometimes I spike it with catnip, put some treats, put some toys, put some cushions in there. And yeah, they don't associate it, you know, with going to the vet. So that's an added bonus. Sometimes you'll see like 2 cats cramped in here, and they prefer to sleep in there that way. Yeah, so I'll, you know, leave that to them. And if you want to look for a bag, I guess the link is in the description. Have fun. Yeah, safety first. Don't forget.